Hello and welcome to Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII. I love this game. Just wanted to say that. This is the first time I've recorded in a long time. A very long time. So I'm now moved into mine and my girlfriend's new home. And I just got internet hooked up yesterday, so right now I got all my old backed up videos uploading. So I decided I'm going to start recording my next LP, which, as you can tell from looking at the title, is Dragon Quest VIII. So let's go ahead and create a new adventure log. And we're going to name my character my name, Dylan. Now this is actually the third time I've recorded this. First time, capture card shat out on me. Second time, Audacity decided to freeze halfway through the recording. Yeah. Okay, now here we got all my other files. This file was from back when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, something like that. I don't actually remember, but it was a long time ago considering I'm a senior right now. This is from a couple months ago when I first bought the game, and this is my girlfriend's file. And this is my second file, second test recording LP file, whatever you want to call it. But let's just save over this, and hopefully nothing goes wrong this time. Hopefully. But something new from recording from now on is, since I'm not going to be alone the whole time, I have my girlfriend here right next to me. She's going to be sitting next to me pretty much every time I record from now on. So it's not going to have a big deal on my recording because she never says anything. She's just going to sit there and look pretty. But here, we got the intro that's going to make not diddly sense for right now. Yeah, that intro doesn't make much sense. Basically, evil jester breaks into castle, steals magic staff, makes shit go kaboom. And everyone dies, except for 3 people. The main character, which is us, obviously, who we're about to see right now, and spoiler, main character's a mouse. His name is Munchie, and this whole game is about his hunt for cheese. But the only people who survived that is the main character, the king, and the princess. The king and the princess both survived because they were in a magic circle. We'll find that out later. And then the main character survived because of another reason that we'll find out way later in the game. Like after the game. It's like post-game stuff where we find out why he survived. But there is the king, King Trode. He's a troll. When the jester dude, Dulmagus, we'll find out that's what his name is here in a few minutes. Dulmagus, when he made all that shit go crazy, he turned the king into a troll and the princess into a horse. We'll meet the princess here in a minute. But right now we got the British bandit talking to us.
It's gonna get dark if we hang about here much longer. Let's head into town. There's better places than this to spend an evening. Shake a leg, Gov.
If you say so, British man. Now we get up, and then this is the I already know how to play the game. Shut up, action button icon. Okay, so we're in some random field area. We actually never come back to this area ever again after what's about to happen. So just break these barrels. They ain't got nothing in them. You can see Munchie's in our character's pocket. If you push start, if I had any party members, Yangus over there, the British bandit, he's actually a party member, but he's not with us at the moment. But you can use this to talk to your party members if you ever get lost in the game, or like if you just started playing the game again and you didn't quite remember what you were doing. They'll usually tell you like what you're supposed to do. And then if you push select, you'll probably like never see me go into this menu again unless like I accidentally do it. But the defeated monster list, collected item list, eventually there'll be a couple other things that go on here, but it's not really important at all. If you push circle, it opens up the menu. Here we can look at our main character's inventory, all the stuff he has. Right now he just has the soldier sword, the plainclothes, and the bandana. And then here's the bag, which is basically the entire party's inventory kind of thing. There's nothing in it right now. Here we got magic, and then attributes. Here we can look at all our character stats, our traits, our battle abilities, our battle spells, and our field magic. Field magic is stuff like healing magic that you can cast outside of battles. And then over here, miscellaneous, heal all. This completely heals your whole party as efficiently as possible using only magic. That's very important. Your characters won't use this heal all button will not use items. So like if all your characters have no magic, but you have like an ass load of healing items, then this won't do anything. This only cures your characters using magic. This you can set up tactics. Tactics, you should never do that. I'll explain tactics once we get into our first battle here in a few minutes, but tactics just aren't ever really good. You can change the lineup of all your characters once I get Yangus to join my party. Basically, whoever is in the front, the first slot, that's the character who walks around in the main world. This is just another way to change everyone's equipment. Settings, I will change this because for some reason the standard for the left and right camera button is reverse. I don't know why. Then this is help, and then this is battle records. This is the same thing as if you were push select. It's the same thing. But now that's much better, and let's go talk to the British Bandit and the King Troll.
I've probably said it before, but it beats me how you ended up working for an old codger like him. Not that I can talk, though, eh? Guess people say the same thing about me. Working for you.
Old codger? I do hope you're not referring to me. What would you know? A lowlife like you wouldn't recognize nobility if it came up and bit you on the ah!
Yes, if it bit you on the ah!
Enough dilly-dallying. Where's the princess? I can't see her anywhere.
Look how threatening those slimes are.
Here comes trouble, Gov.
But this is it, our first battle. It's incredibly easy. Just 3 slimes. So, okay. Here we got fight, which is basically all the fight stuff. I'll get into that in a second. Flee, obviously run away. I'm pretty sure you can't run away from this first battle. I've never actually tried it. Intimidate. Basically what this does is this wastes a turn trying to startle your opponents. So, if I were to use this, then my character and Yangus wouldn't do anything this whole turn, and then there's a chance that those slimes wouldn't be able to do anything. So Intimidate is just, it's never worth it. In my opinion, it's never worth it. And then here's Tactics. Now you can change this to where they show no mercy, just all this random stuff, but you should always have it set to follow orders. It's just a lot better. Like, I don't think the other ones are ever really a good idea. So here we got a standard attack, abilities, spells. We don't have any abilities or spells on either character. Here's our items, our character's inventory. This is defend, just basically makes our character defend. And then psych up. Psych up, there's 4 levels of tension when you use psych up. 5, 20, 50, and 100. Every time you use psych up, it'll go up a stage. Basically, the higher stage you are in psych up, the more damage you do. Well, the more effective your character is. I also don't want to say damage, because like if your character is a higher tension, then you do more damage, but you also restore more like HP if you were to use like a cure spell or something like that. So I'll just show psych up on this character, and then here's Yangus's inventory. He doesn't have really anything. We'll have him just do a regular old attack. And this is basically what the combat system is. It's pretty easy. That's what psyching up looks like. Once your character reaches a psych up of 50 or a tension of 50, then they're in a state of high tension, and then after that, when you try to psych up, there'll be a chance you enter a tension level of 100, and that's it says it's a state of super high tension. It makes your character start glowing pink. But it makes the main character like turn into a Super Saiyan pretty much, because like his hair goes up on end and it looks just like Goku's or Gohan's when they're in Super Saiyan, except it's not gold, it's pink. It looks kind of weird when it's all pink, but it's still pretty cool.
It certainly took us by surprise, but nothing we couldn't handle, eh? Now, where's the princess? Where's my Medea? My precious one and only daughter. you are. Thank goodness you're safe, my dear.
Yes, the princess is a horse, like I said. The
Hey,
king's a troll and the princess is a horse. Fuck logic.
Make a move now, before it gets dark.
Alright, 11 minutes in and we're just about to get to the first town. Something else about tension, for tension, if your character ever gets like incapacitated, like if he gets paralyzed or put to sleep or something like that, that resets your character's tension. And if you get killed, obviously it resets your character's tension too. And there's also one thing that bosses can do. It's called they get enveloped in a wave of ice. I don't know why it says that, but basically if you ever see a boss do that, then it's not fun because that resets all your character's tension. It removes it and it removes all positive buffs you have on your character, like stuff that like increases your party members' defense or attack or something like that. That all gets wiped away when they do the envelop in a wave of ice thing. So we won't have to deal with that for a while. I think it's like after we get our final party member that we start seeing a boss that does that actually. So we don't have to worry about that for quite a while. But it's just something to watch out for when you're playing later in the game. Because it's a real pain in the ass when you get all your character's tensions up and you got all these buffs up and you're just about to wreck shit, and then the boss does that and resets your characters. It just fucks you over. But here with exaggerated slowness, we're entering into the first town. That guy's like, what's with that green little dude? Like green dude. As we'll find out pretty shortly, they do not like green people. They are racist. That burned down house is actually really, really important to the story. It'll be pretty important, I think, probably in the next video. If not in this video, then in the next video. We'll find out the significance of that burned down house. And then also, way later in the game, like end game stuff, that house will be important again. But we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yes, yes, here we are. If my memory serves me correctly, this is the place. This is the town where Master Rylus lives.
Hold your horses, Grandad. I thought it was Dolmagus we was after.
I am not your granddad. And of course Dolmagus is our man. He's the one who turned Medea and I into such laughing stocks. But that dastardly magician can't hide from us forever. We must track him down and lift this confounded curse. Oh, just look at my poor Medea. And we'd only just settled on her engagement to the Prince of Argonia. Oh, that despicable Dolmagus.
Yes, because the world will be much better off now that she can't marry the prince. You'll see what I mean later. The prince is not a very manly man.
It's imperative we locate Rylus.
I'll just leave it at that for now.
Find him.
No!
Don't you see? Rylus is the very man who taught Dolmagus his meddlesome magic. There's every chance Rylus will be able to give us a clue as to Dolmagus' whereabouts. That's why you must find him. I'll be waiting for you here.
Don't even give me an option, just making me go look for this guy. I ain't your errand boy. I don't work for you. Well, technically he does, because main character used to be a guard at King Troad's castle. And we walk away, and we got the British bandit who's trying to come after us.
You weren't thinking of going without me, I hope. I'm the best there is when it comes to looking for people. It's my piece of resistance, as they say.
Alright, now we got Yangus. And it's telling us the church is save points in this game. So you'll see that in a sec. But now, we got Yangus. We can actually talk to him. See, right now he's telling us we gotta go find Rylus. He says, leave it to me. He doesn't do shit. Alright, now we can look in his inventory. Also, when we killed that slimes, we got medicinal herbs. Basically, it's the default, like, stage 1 healing item. Okay, we started with 50 gold. We got 53 now. Let's see. What do we have to buy here? Medicinal herbs and plain clothes. Chimera wings. This is basically lets you teleport until you get the teleport spell. The thing that lets you teleport to all the different towns. You can sell all the different stuff you have. I don't really have anything to sell right now, so I'm not gonna bother. And I'm pretty sure this guy has the exact same thing. Just like a jester. Okay. It'll always stay this time of day until after we go do what we have to do here at the main story, which we will do right now. So, every time you get to a new town, I recommend just walking around and like breaking all the barrels and shit that you find. Because see, medicinal herb. See, count them, 2 gold coins. And this is, I believe this is the store, or the inn. No, this is just somebody's house. But yeah, see, go into everybody's house because you can break all their pots, be like Link and break all their stuff, steal all their rupees. And then you can also search their cupboards, and then they don't have any in this house, but there's bookshelves where you can read books. And I highly recommend you read the books, unless you've played through this game several times, because the books, they have alchemy recipes. We'll get more into alchemy later in the game once we actually can do it, but that's pretty much all you can get from books, if I remember correctly, is alchemy recipes. Also, everything you find in like a pot will only be there once. Like, I will never find anything in that pot I just broke ever again. So you only got to worry about looking through the stuff once. And I believe now, yep, now we're at the bar. We're in the inside of it, or in the back room, I should say. Not near, but 10 gold. That's actually where we're supposed to go, is to the inn right now. But I will get to that in a little bit, because that's the main door to the inn. Let's see, what's this? Oh yeah, this is actually pretty important, this house right here. But also, if you ever see a well, go down it, because there's always good stuff at the bottom of wells. Like, I don't know if there is in this. Yep, this one. It has a treasure chest. There's one later in the game which has a really good item in it. But see, we got a leather shield. Just transfer it over to main character. And boom, now we got a shield. So you should always look in wells, because there's almost always good stuff in it. Now let's see, what's this? Did I go in here yet? I don't think I did. No, this is the back room of the weapons store, and these treasure chests are locked. Soon, well, not soon, I should say. Well, I guess probably by the 10th video, I want to say, although I'm not really sure, we'll have the thief's key, which lets us open locked chests. And then this church, this is where you save the game. I'm not actually going to do that just yet. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to save it yet. What? Where's the priest? Oh, yeah. If the priest isn't there, then you got to talk to this chick. And here's, when you ever come to the church, it's always these options. Confession, save, divination. This tells you how much experience you need for all your characters to level up. This is the only way to find out how much experience you need, and it's kind of annoying, but there's not really anything you can do with it. Resurrection, if your character's dead and you don't have any of the revive spells or any Yggdrasil leaves, which is the revive item, then you have to come here to revive them. And I think it's every time you revive someone, it costs more, or like as you progress through the game, it starts costing more. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, this is just how you revive people. This is how we're going to have to revive people for a while. Purification. Is this cure poison? Yes, this cures poison. This is almost never a good idea because, like, pretty early, like I want to say, before we even fight our first boss, we'll get the spell that cures poison. We don't even have to really worry about poison until then anyway. Now, benediction. Later in the game, we'll find cursed pieces of equipment, and when we put those on our character, they get cursed. Each curse does different things, but the only way to, like, once you equip a cursed piece of equipment onto somebody, you can't unequip it. You have to go here and do benediction, and then pay them to remove it, and it's fucking expensive as hell to do the benediction. Let's see. Oh, here's a bookshelf. Is there anything here? Oh, there is something here. The long and arduous journey. The sage and his descendants. Actually, I never realized this. This is actually really important to the story. The fact that a sage and his descendants lived in this town. We'll find that out way later in the game. Another herb. Here's the priest that we have to talk to later to whenever we want to save. Breaking his pots, going through his cupboards. Ooh, a pot lid. Pot lid, that's just a shield. Oh, that's locked? I didn't know that. But no, Yangus also has a shield. Actually, how many? I'm gonna actually transfer. No, shit, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna transfer these to Yangus. So Yangus has some healing capabilities as well. Now let's see what's up here. I don't actually remember. I don't think I ever went up here on my other file. And there's not shit. Well, that was a waste of time. Okay. I just want to stop at one more place. I'm going to go to the equipment store. And then I think I'm going to call that an episode. After I can do that, I'm going back to recording my LPs episode by episode, so I don't spend 3 hours recording and then spend a week uploading them and then not record for a long time. I'm just going to record pretty much either every night or every other night or something like that. So I'm just recording one episode at a time. This is the weapon store. Let's see, what does he have? A cypress stick. I don't see why you would ever get this. It's basically a weaker sword. Then this is what Yangus has equipped. And then giant mallet and copper sword. We'll actually find a copper sword later, so you should never do this. But boomerang. Oh my god, boomerang. Early in the game, I want to say until almost halfway through the game, boomerangs will completely and utterly wreck shit. They're incredibly broken until you get about halfway through the game. Then they start falling behind all the other stuff. But basically, each character can equip 4 different types of weapons. The hero can do swords, spears, boomerangs, and then fisticuffs. All 4 characters have fisticuffs, which is basically unarmed, and it completely sucks, except for Yangus. Yangus learns a really good skill called thin air attack, which is a really good skill. But they can all do fisticuffs. Yangus can do hammers, clubs, scythes, fisticuffs, and axes. And if I remember right, clubs is the worst, and then axes is probably the best. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure it's axes that's the best for Yangus. But we'll get into more of that later. And then the last 2 party members, I'll say all their stuff once we actually get them, which won't be for quite a while. But there's not really anything else to do. I don't have enough money to buy anything, so I don't know. I think I'm about to call that episode. What time are we at? We are at, damn, 24.5 minutes. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to call this an episode. So, thank you guys for watching. Next time on Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII, we are going to try and track down Master Rylis in this town of Fairbury. See you guys then.